So many people over the years have written great songs about Patti, as we know. And let's get to George first. He wrote Something in the Way She Moves, and which was absolutely a lovely song. And I saw Paul McCartney the other night. He did a lovely tribute to the song, and a beautiful version of it at the Albert Hall.
Did he?
Yeah. And Paul's in good form, and he sent you his love.
Oh, thank you. I started modelling when I was about 18, 19, and occasionally I would do some TV commercials. Anyway, one day I was doing a job, I think it was for Bailey, and my agent phoned and said that I had an interview with somebody else. So I went along, and I recognised the director, Dick Lester, who I'd done a commercial with. And so I imagined this is what the interview was all about. But it wasn't. It was to get, in fact, I got the part of a schoolgirl in the Beatles' first film, Hard Day's Night.
And that's where you first met George?
That's when I first met George. The filming started on a train, and the train was going from London to Cornwall and back. There were 3 girls, including me. Oh. And the train left London and stopped at this tiny little station, and then 4 familiar figures were there, the only people on the platform. Yeah. And they leapt onto the train and came into our carriage and politely introduced themselves as if we didn't know who they were.
Oh, right.
The end of filming, we were filming all day long, the train stopped at Paddington Station, and he said, "Oh, will you come out with me tonight?" And I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't, because I've got a boyfriend, and we're going out. But, well, you're welcome to join us." Not what he wanted to hear at all.
And when did he finally get to take you out? When did he go?
Well, it was amazingly lucky, because we were all called back about a week later to do a bit more filming. And during that week, I fired the boyfriend. And so when I saw George, he said, "How's your boyfriend?" And I said, "Well, he isn't my boyfriend any longer." And so he said, "Oh, good, let's go out tonight." And that was it. So we were together for 10 years. I'm deeply, deeply honoured that George wrote that seriously beautiful song. And, he was quite shy, and he didn't really tell me straight away that he'd written it for me. He waited till he got back from the studio, and they'd put it down on a cassette. Do you remember those little cassettes?
Yes.
And so he played it and said that he'd written it for me, and I was just completely blown away. And I think what's happened, with time, it has become more iconic. Because when I first heard it, it's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
But then the more you hear it, the more it just gets to you, because it's so beautiful.
Tell us about that picture behind you, then. What's the story of that?
I took this in 1968. Wow. God, I was a child at the time. Anyway, the Beatles all went to India, and I did too, to learn how to meditate with the Maharishi. And I think I'd just got my first Nikon camera, because it was a very grown-up camera. I had...
they were great, those first Nikons, weren't they?
Yeah, and I had a Pentax before that, but the Nikon was the king camera.
Yeah, great shutter sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just took a few photos of the Beatles when we were in India, and this is of John looking straight at me, and Paul with a movie camera. But look at the size of it.
Yeah, that's
enormous.
Unbelievable.